This is Gina. I'm doing more tests. I'm doing more tests. I'm doing more tests. Because life is a test, you know? We don't know what the results are supposed to be. We don't know the gauge. We don't know who we're comparing ourselves to. We don't know where they've been. Like today, I didn't know my neighbors, but I heard them this morning. I heard them yelling. I heard them yelling. I didn't want to wake up like that, but like, they were being loud, so I started listening. And I started going, you know what? Maybe there's a lesson here. Sure, it's a little rude, but it's also rude to be yelling in the morning, you know? It's a little rude, but, you know, not everyone comes in the same level of etiquette. Not everyone does. Not everyone comes in the same level of etiquette, you know? So my neighbor was yelling. I think they came from an Asian background, okay? I can't say for sure specifically because I am not a genius with these types of matters, but I'm pretty sure that's the background. So I'm already thinking cultural differences, right? But the things I was hearing this young woman yelling loudly and muffled through the wall, ear against the wall, you know, looking for lessons. She always felt undervalued by her parents, you know? And yeah, she might be like wanting to say mean things like, hey, you're fat, because they might be. But they criticize her. They criticize her for being who she is and going after what she wants. And I relate to that. Not everybody thinks that I know enough about life to have a podcast. It's like, I've been living around for at least 3 decades. I think I've been living around and learning a little bit of life's lessons. She didn't feel like she got the love and support she needed, and so she craves it, and she's jealous of other people who have that. But she doesn't see how that made her work harder to get where she is, to find her own self, to stand up for herself. Now that is something to be acknowledging. Sometimes people being coddled isn't the best thing for them because they don't know how to scrape. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They don't know how to have survivor skills. You know, like my dog, he's a puppy, right? When he was a puppy, he was so afraid to go outside and walk on his own. He would cower and go underneath the vehicles. He was afraid of everything. Now, he'll eat all the trash in sight, you know? He learned that's from his scraping, his stray days. And now he knows he sees somebody new, he sniffs them out, and he goes, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. I like you. I'm gonna lick you. I'm gonna show you my affections. You know, it's up to you to let your background determine how your present approach is. You could trust people, you could not trust people. And so that was one of the thoughts I had today, you know? I just think, you know, it's just very tough being a person sometimes, and we all think we're supposed to be on a different level at all the times and being better than everybody else. And sometimes that is a good tool. Sometimes it is, but a lot of people, you know, some people don't have that extra fire in them. Maybe they like being where they're at. And people who are like, no, you gotta search for more. And they're like, but I enjoy where I'm at. Is there something wrong with that mentality? If they have calm and peace, because people will fire, no, I need more and more and more and more. How do I get happier? How do I get more and more money? And like, I don't know, what other forms of validation do some people need to get? I don't know. But maybe that is the way to go, right? To say, this is my lane. These are the people I attract, and I like the people I attract. They're not trying to do anything nutty. They're just thinking, you know what, life has enough drama. I just have to have money enough so I get comfort and I have a place to sleep, and that is what I need. But no, that's not what people want to promote. They want to promote like you need more, you need to go above and beyond and push yourselves. Where are you pushing yourself to, huh? What do you got that you need, really? Do we got to learn more than we've been shown for the last year of what we really need? Because now we've had to deal with our own thoughts because we had nowhere to go. Now things are opening up. The possibilities so we can remember things. It's like, but like, what are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? Why do you need to take a picture of your eggs? Are you going to remember what it looks like until you see that picture of what your eggs look like? Are you going to actually make a frittata on your own that looks like that? Are you going to attempt to do that? Are you trying to gain new skills? Or are you trying to enhance your public speaking interactions with people? What are you after? I don't know where I'm kind of going with this. I just know that like a lot of people are just like constantly swirling and putting themselves in directions, and they're not even noticing the things that are actually in front of them. They're actually part of the fabric that they can have. Like, do you understand how easy it is to get anything right now? How easy it is? Oh, my blanket has a hole in it. Oh, okay, I'll just go to Target, Walmart, whatever. You could still get it, okay? There's a lot of times that you are just so caught up on what brand or where to get it. You know, there's a thing that I bought a table from Wayfair this year. And when I went to go try to put it together, and then I was like looking up the model and I Googled it. Same thing was being sold at Walmart. Now, if I had saw that same table at Walmart, do you think I would have gone ahead and scooped it up and thought it was a deal? Probably not, okay? I'm not saying I always abide by what I think and what I have to say, but I mean, I try to be in alignment as much as possible. I'm not trying to be an expert. I'm just sharing you with my insights because you know what? I feel like the people we're always wanting to hear from people who are like, you know, top tier. Oh, look what I did. I'm so successful. But they're still trying to be like, oh, I gotta help people. I gotta be bigger than my world. But the thing is, they're still not satisfied. They may not be actually craving it. They're like, oh, people are buying into it. And you know, like, why is it that, you know, the person who's lost everything, who's the waitress 2 a.m. at IHOP, his value as a message is not the same as the freaking CEO of Enron? Why? Why is that? I don't know. I don't know a lot of things, and I'm not saying I'm always gonna know everything, but I know to ask people like, hey, what is your experience? Hey, where are you going? What do you want to be doing? Is this what you enjoy? Are you at peace? I mean, I don't really go up and say that to them. There's a little, like I said, that's a little rude. But, you know, I keep my ear to the wall, to the ground, and all around. So, you know, it's just like I try to read books because that's insight. A lot of times these messages that are being presented in new mediums, they're not new information. It's just the presentation is, you know, like we're trying to expect everybody to understand things in ways that we haven't even heard before. And it's just the platform. We've heard the same messages over and over and over again. That's why they have things like old wives' tales, you know, because there's something to it. There's something that is still there. The sustenance is still there. You know, okay, here's what I'm trying to say is we try to keep on going ahead and not acknowledging what is actually happening because we're distracted by the things that are trying to pull our attention. But that doesn't mean that what is bothering us isn't happening. And you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like Tiger Balm does the same thing. Tiger Balm says, hey, you say I have aches and pains and this is bothering me. So what it does is you put it on there and the aromatics and they help trigger your senses and so that you're redirecting your attention so you're not thinking about what's bothering you. But you know what? Nothing's really being attended to differently. You're just letting your body do its thing, to let it heal, to let it have space. So you got to pay attention. You got to let things have space. If you want to make changes, if you want to address things that you think are not working for you, you got to do that. Okay? I could be like, is this jacket working for me? I don't know. I like it. Keeps me warm. Makes me feel satisfied, you know? Like, I got this. I got this. I made this thing a thing for me. You know? You gotta do things. Like, I used to not like flowers, and now I like getting flowers. You know why? It has an energy about it. It says, hey, there's life out there. There's things to celebrate. Look at the brightness that is there, right? The saturation. I won't find that in my room. I won't find that in my apartment. I can find a bug in my apartment because they know how to make space to go do what they gotta do. Anyways, I just get a little wrapped up sometimes. It's just like the thing is that life is always gonna be, you know, not easy, and you're not always gonna know where you're going, and you're not always gonna know who's got what you want, and what you want is what you got. Is what do you really want, and once you get it, it's always about the chase. It's always about what's the next thing and where we can redirect our attentions. And sometimes it's like, is that really you need to go do? Is that what you really gotta do? Anyways, I just hope that you understand that I have a message, and it's a message that is palpable and tangible, and it resonates with you. That you can do things if you let yourself do those things. And you can get distracted about what is bothering you, and you can go ahead and let your body heal itself. And part of your body healing itself is also in the mind. And you got a mind where you go. And you don't necessarily need other people to tell you, this is what I need. It's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to be appreciated. It's a great feeling to be appreciated. But the thing is, they're not going to be with you on your path for the rest of your life. They might be in parts of it, they might be in a little bit of chapters of it, but they're not always going to be there for you. You will always be there for you. So you got to take care of yourself. You take care of yourself, you can take care of other people, and the things that you learn when people don't treat you the way you want to be treated, that's how you know, all right, I got to make an extra effort to treat myself and others around that, because you will attract that energy. That's, I think, enough for me to say to you right now. I know it was a little intense. Things will get better, you know? I think things aren't always that bad. But you got to have that fighting spirit, you know? Because no one else is going to have that for you. It's okay. You can't stop to the rocket, to the bang, the boogie. Say jump up the boogie, the rhythm, the boogie, the beat. You know what I mean? Those words don't mean anything unless you let it mean something. All right. Peace. This is Gina Casserole and the Bowling Ball Diet.